Hey, good morning. I'm coming to you live from Six Flags Great America. I'm going to wait for people to tune in here. But I am currently standing in the Yankee Harbor section of the park. And if you've been here before, you know what ride is behind me right here. This is Batman the Ride. It's been here for quite a long time. I wish I knew the year right off the top of my head. But yeah, so we are here. Sorry, got some people tuning in right now. Hi, everybody. And so you've been here to Yankee Harbor, you've seen Batman before, you know all about Six Flags Great America, maybe you've been coming here many years of your life. When you walk in this year, it's going to look a little bit different on the midway here. Are you ready? You want to see this? All right, here we go. Bam! Look at that. Right here in the middle of the midway, right next to Batman the Ride, we have the Joker. The new coaster opening here. If you watch us on the air, you know the other day we had this video where they put the last piece of track on the coaster, and it's all together here now. It looks really good. It's coming along really well. And as you can see on the midway, the coaster is like angled a bit. I was wondering how it was going to sit in the midway, but it's sort of angled. This is where the old lobster ride used to be, which is not gone. It's located to the other end of the park. And so they're using this area here for queuing. There's going to be some other experiences out here, I think, like a gift shop, probably some other stuff. And then it angles down that way toward Roaring Rapids. So that is Roaring Rapids down there. And if you remember walking through here, this is where the covered bridge was. So you'd walk through this covered bridge right by, like, over where the lobster ride was and that other stuff, and they literally just picked up that covered bridge and moved it right down there. I'm going to walk down there in a second. But they picked the whole thing up. It stayed together. That's original from when the park opened. And they just moved it right over there, and that's where you'll walk then around this ride and then coming up this way or on the other side of the restaurant here, which this restaurant, Angelo's, or Primo's Pizza, I think it's Angelo's, right? This is getting a makeover. It's getting a new name, and it's getting redone, they told me. So it's going to look a little bit different, and they said it's going to be a lot nicer inside. Because you got a new ride here, so you want to make sure the stuff around the area is good. But yeah, so if you're not familiar with the concept of this coaster, you will board the coaster right over here, right around in this area. There's going to be all kinds of queuing right here, and the signage will be up that says the Joker there. But you will get on the ride right here, and the cars on the train sit on the outsides of the track. And so when you're going, you go up this, it's like an elevator lift. So you go straight up this elevator lift, and again, you're sitting on the outside, and as you go along this track here, you're flipping head over heels, just naturally with how the gravity's taking you, from what I understand it. But they also have the capability to do some altering on the cars where they can make them either spin faster or a little bit slower if they want to do that. So come think about like Fright Fest time. If they wanted to, they could do like an option where maybe it's like one side super crazy during Fright Fest or something. That's if they wanted to do that. But you can see the cruiser out here. A lot of these guys are from the Peoria area, from what I understand, doing a lot of the work. They've been building this ride, and the weather's been awesome for them putting it together. I better get out of the way. But yeah, so it's really neat. SNS is the company that built designed the ride. There's a couple of guys out here from SNS who are just making sure everything's going well. But it is gorgeous. And the cool thing is the Joker theme, it's right next to Batman. So you can go on Batman and then hop on the Joker, or go on the Joker and then hop on Batman. It's pretty neat. Yeah, somebody was asking me, Ryan said, are you in heaven on a coaster construction site? Absolutely. I think one of the coolest things about it is just seeing how these things come together, how much work there is from the design process all the way to construction to when it's ready to ride. Just to see it all come together, all the engineering and construction that has to happen, the things that have to go just right to make a roller coaster. It's pretty cool. So yeah, if you have any questions about the area here as I'm here, I can answer them for you. I'm going to walk over here and show you the bridge. As far as I can. I'm not sure exactly how close I can get to it. Here we go. So yeah, this is entering the Mardi Gras section of the park. And obviously, it's a construction site right now, so this is all going to be picked up, cleaned up, made to look real nice. And yeah, that's the original bridge. They just picked it up and moved it, and this is where it will be. And you can see this is the entrance to Roaring Rapids right over here. That's the raft ride where you sit with about 8 people and you go in the waters and get splashed. Sorry, I got this cough all of a sudden. But yeah, so this is Roaring Rapids right over there. And so when you walk down the midway now, past Mardi Gras there, you're going to walk this way on the outside because the Joker's right here. Can't walk. One of my questions was, are people going to walk underneath the ride somehow, or how's that going to work? But no, you're going to walk under this bridge, which is neat because the bridge survives. I think that's cool that they I think that's cool that they were able to keep the bridge like a part of the history of the park, and that they took the effort to do that, because they could have just torn it down and built something cheap or something like that. But to keep the bridge and keep it intact, that's pretty neat. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Amber says Raging Cajun was removed a few years ago. That is correct. And the East River Crawler has been moved to where the orbit was, and it is no longer called the East River Crawler. The ride, the East River Crawler, will now be called the Lobster. That is the name of it. That is what the park president told me, Hank Salemi. They're calling it the Lobster now. So there you go. Which, to be honest, I always called it the Lobster. So yeah, look at this. You got some work going on here. Track is in place, doing some finishing touches. And I've been told that the trains are here. And they are getting everything ready. The goal is a Memorial Day weekend opening. It looks like it's definitely on track for that. Depending, of course, anything can happen with the weather in this area. But the weather's been so phenomenal for this. It's been great. But what a cool job to be here building a coaster. That's really neat. Ryan wants to know, do I know when testing will begin? There's no definitive date for the testing. I did ask about that, but they didn't have like a date for me of saying like it's absolutely testing by this date. They say that just as long as progress goes, and ideally they want to test it as soon as possible, I'm sure, but they want to make sure everything is straight up first. But they didn't have a date right now for the testing. But the goal is still that Memorial Day weekend for the opening of the ride. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to know while I'm here? But it is neat. So again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Joker, new coaster at Six Flags Great America. Construction well underway. Really great progress. Then it's going to go up. You go up, 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 up here. And then you go, whoa, all the way through, and then at the end. Ryan says, right now, are they just working on installing the electrical systems, controls, etc.? Yes, they are working on electrical right now. Good call. They are doing the electrical system, and over here is where like the booth will be with a lot of that stuff. But yeah, they are working on the electrical as we speak, I'm told. Lisa says, I get to preview it? Yeah, I will. There will be a media day for everybody to come, that the media gets to come and ride it. And I think the plan is to have the live on the ride feature. Usually they do that here, and that's always fun to be live on the air riding it on WGN Morning News, and to have Larry and Robin make fun of me while I'm on it. What will seating on the ride be like? The seating is, and I'll walk back over here again, just so I can show you the loading area. Say hi. Hi! That's Tess from Great America, who's monitoring everything I'm saying. Right. No, don't say that! That's wrong! So yeah, so you get on here, over here, and so what happens is, and it's hard for me to explain it. You can look up there's a ride like this, same name and everything, the Joker at Six Flags Great Adventure, and you can actually see video of that and how it works. But you sit on the outside of the track, sort of like if you've been on X-Flight here, like those wing coasters, but it's a little bit different than that. but you're on the outside of the track, and then you flip. When you're on it, you flip like head over heels as you're going 360 degrees. 360, right? That's what you call it?
360. And we can actually
360.
take you under the ride.
Oh, can I go under the ride?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's do it. So we're going to go under it right now. So you flip 360, and I'm going to go over here. Samuel says, when the ride opens, you should take Robin with you. I don't think this is a ride for Robin. I don't know. Maybe Robin would do it. I don't want to say she wouldn't, but I think as soon as she sees this, she'll be like, oh, no way. No way. I was proud she got on Goliath. So, all right. Wow, this is cool. Look, we're underneath. We are underneath the ride right now. This is what it's going to look like when you get on it. Look at that. So you'll be sitting on the outside of the track here, and then you flip like up and down as you go along the coaster. Look at that. That is cool. That is neat. Look at that. How cool. So, and there's cars on both sides, right?
There's seats on both.
Seats on both sides.
One chassis down the middle.
Oh, one down the middle.
4 seats on both sides.
4 seats on both sides. And so some of the seats will be facing each other, right? Is that how it works? So you face each other, and then as you flip, you'll face somebody else, right? Yeah, face each other. Very cool. Somebody says, hoping it'll flip a lot. It'll flip a lot, right? Right. Yeah, it'll flip a lot. Yeah, at least 6 times, but could possibly be more, depending on. Is it all just gravity based, or you set it like you? There's magnets. It's magnets. Okay, it's magnets. Oh, this is cool. This is a view. I mean, you won't get to see this until you're on the ride, really. Look at that. But see all the tracks together, and how many bolts are on this, do you think?
I have no idea.
No idea.
They said more than enough.
More than enough.
There's a whole bunch over there.
How cool is this? That's all right. That is so neat. And yeah, so it kind of changes Batman too when you're on it.
Absolutely does.
I mean,
It adds to that rivalry.
right.
You know?
I wonder, like,
The Joker, Batman, and up close and personal.
that's gonna be neat.
It's gonna be really
There's
cool.
gonna be a lot of screaming happening right in this area. I might bring earmuffs here, but yeah, as you're coming around the corner on Batman there, that's a really cool. That's a cool turn there. You're gonna see the Joker right here, underneath it, right next to it. And same thing as you're going up this. This would be cool.
That elevator style lift too is something that's new for us. in
Yeah.
Florida, which is going to be a totally different sensation for our guests.
So when you go up the elevator, you're looking straight.
You are looking
Like
your
you're
seat-
looking-
Your seats rock.
You're
little
looking
bit.
like straight out like this,
You're looking straight out,
and go straight up.
and then it goes straight up, and then you kind of tumble, and you tumble a little bit backwards the first time, but
Oh, you go
it's
backwards
very
first.
free flowing.
So are you facing out? Will I face out that way or in this way?
When you're going up,
I'm facing that way.
2 will be facing the lift, and 2 will be facing
Oh,
out.
so you don't know which one. You could
No.
get a different
Well,
experience each time.
When it comes into the station, you'll have one car facing back
Okay.
towards the other car, and the other car facing forward. So
Cool.
when you're sitting in the station,
They're
they're already
essentially
facing each other.
face-offs.
Oh,
So now when they go up,
oh right, yeah.
one will
Okay,
be facing out, one will be facing the lift. It isn't until they get to the top that they start to spin.
cool. All right, I'm ready to ride it. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Enough talking. Enough talking.
While he came to
Right.
We gotta go San Antonio.
Just San Antonio. Is that open yet down there? That's
No,
open.
just wait. Wait for this.
Okay, I'll wait for this one.
This one's better.
This will be better. Oh, here you go.
What it's called, man?
Bucket of bolts. Cool. So yeah, I mean, we're about February, March, so about 3 months out from opening, right? About 3 months. Cool. So if there's anything else you guys want to know, let's see, I got some questions here. Veronica says, I just had a heart attack watching the videos of this on YouTube. Can't wait to see you ride it. You get out here and ride it too. Not just me. Is it like the tidal wave? No, not like the tidal wave at all. I mean, the tidal wave was just, the tidal wave was like one loop, right? So you went up and then you kind of went through the loop, went up, and then came up through the loop, went backwards. It's not like that. Good call on tidal wave though. I remember tidal wave, which wasn't too far from here. I think tidal wave was right over there if I remember right. But no, this is completely different. There really isn't anything like this that I can think of. I mean, I guess there's like X2 at Magic Mountain that's sort of similar, where you're sitting on the outside and you're going through a coaster and you're flipping in different directions, but this is pretty unique, I would say. Lisa said, "Are you going to eat before you ride it?" Probably not a lot the first time, just to make sure, but I think I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be alright. If you wonder what that beeping is, we got some crane action going on over here. Guys are up here working. Working on the crane. Let's see what we got. Oh, Michael wants to know, where will the queue be for the ride? That's a really good question. Right in here on this side. So we are on the the Batman the Ride side entrance, the V2 side of the Joker. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not getting run over here. But this is where the queue will be, all right in here, and there'll be a bunch of space for queuing, I'm told, and even back toward that area a bit. But it's going to be on this side, and that's where the signage is going to be. Like the Joker sign will be over here. This will be the entrance to the ride on this side. So as you're coming in, you will come around under the bridge and then come back through here to enter the queuing area. And it might not look like there's a lot of space, but they tell me there's actually a lot of space for the queue around here. That's good. What is the height requirement? I was asking that earlier. Did we find out the height requirement on the other one? 48 inches? Okay. Kelly wanted to know, what is the height requirement? 48 inches, I believe it will be. That's what the other one is, so I'm guessing this will be the same. So 48 inches is the minimum height. There is a maximum height, which we were looking at. Was the maximum 76 inches? So if you're taller than 6'4", nope, you got to be 76, 48 to 76 on this, just because it's a really unique ride and all that. But yeah, 48 is good, so it means a lot of people are going to be able to ride it at 48 inches. That's good. The question, Julie says, I used to ride the tidal wave. I remember the tidal wave too. That was fun. Let's see what else we got. Ed wants me to stop by his office. Michael says, I've been on Batman in San Antonio. It's definitely a different ride experience for sure. I loved it. That's what I hear from people. And I hear from people who were kind of hesitant, like, oh, I don't know, who just loved it and thought it was a lot of fun. So, again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Joker at Six Flags Great America, their new roller coaster that is opening. You can see the track is completely constructed at this point. Still a lot of work going on. They're doing electrical work right now. Trains are not on the ride yet, but they are here in the park from what I hear. They are here. Everything's here. Just now is the process of getting it all put together. It's good. Looking at your comments, trying to get all your questions answered. Is this where the old Cajun Cliffhanger was, or where the East River Crawler was? George wants to know. Yes, it is. That is where the East River Crawler was, right on the other side of this guy here, and it is now moved to the other side of the park where the Orbit used to be. So the East River Crawler is now going to be named the Lobster, and that's where it is over there. And yeah, so the Jester's Wild Ride or whatever, that was right in this area. Cajun Cliffhanger was right in this area too. And now this is taking up that space. In my opinion, that's a good thing. But, yep, so that's where it is. And the Lobster, which a lot of people hold dear, is still here. And it's on the other side of the park. So there you go. That's it. Again, there's Batman the Ride. Right there. Angelo's, the restaurant. I think it's called Angelo's. Apologies if I'm not. And it's getting a facelift. It's going to get a new name. And this is your new roller coaster. Number 15 here at Six Flags Great America. The Joker, an S&S 4D free fly spin coaster. I've never been on one. I cannot wait. The overflow queues for Batman are gone too. Are they? Are they? I don't know. Were those over there? It looks like perhaps yes. But, you know, with Batman now, do they really need the overflows? I mean, do they use the overflow that much? Jimmy wants to know, will be ready opening day? No, it's Memorial Day weekend is the target opening for this. So the park will probably be open for a couple weeks before the ride opens. Memorial Day is the target date for the opening. There you go. The way the weather is, they could open the park soon, though. Come on. Ryan wants to know, what's the hourly capacity? I don't have that number. I don't know. I had no NBA players. Yeah, well, you know. Desario wants to know, will I be doing any other updates before opening, perhaps when the ride starts testing? I don't know. I'm definitely going to be in touch with them, and hopefully they'll give me a heads up when it starts testing, and we can come check it out. But, you know, there's a lot of things they've got to do here, and it's got to be certified by the state, and that whole process has to happen, and make sure everything's running properly and safely before they let any of the media in here. So they're pretty good at releasing videos, as you guys know, when you follow their social accounts of everything that they're doing, and if you stay tuned to those, you get to see everything pretty much. When was the last time they used the full overflow queue for Batman? I don't know, but I remember being here when Batman opened and waiting like down there. I mean, way down there. I remember waiting 3 hours to get on that thing because it was the first of its kind. There were no rides like that. It was really the first one. And I remember it was like unlike anything I'd ever been on before, and just the theming of it was so amazing with the, you know, just with all the Prince music and everything, and going through the little park in there. It was so cool. This is a really neat experience. It's a great, really groundbreaking ride. Where's the station? The station for this, the Joker, will be right over here. So you go up, when you get in the cars, you go up this elevator lift, which is like a 90-degree straight up lift, and you're gonna board. The loading is gonna take place like right in this area, on the other side of this crane here, or lift. Be right in there is where you're gonna be getting on the ride, and boarding and all that, and then going up. What roller coaster did they take away? Jason wants to know. They did not take any roller coaster away. This used to be a walkway. This was a walkway right in here. Although there used to be a ride, I take that back. A few years ago, they took away the Raging Cajun. They removed that, and this is kind of where that was, but they removed that a while back. So they didn't remove anything like coming from last year. But yeah, so this space was sitting empty, and now this is where the Joker is. I'm excited. I'm very excited to get on it. A little nervous, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great ride. But, and with that, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, Ryan says that is getting built fast. It is. It is good to see. Julie says, love the Raging Cajun. You're the one, Julie. Hey-oh! Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, so that's it. Stay tuned to, you know, my pages. I'll be updating this as soon as I can. And, of course, follow Six Flags Great America. And they will post all their updates. They're pretty good at posting some updates. Becky wants to know, who are you going to take this time, Robin? Robin has an open invitation to ride with me anytime. You're going to have to really get on her to get on this thing with me. But wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be a great video to see Robin on this thing the day it opens? I think it would. I think she owes it to her audience to get on this coaster. Yeah, so you can keep asking questions. I'm going to have to sign off here because they're probably going to kick us out. And thanks for tuning in. Again, Memorial Day weekend is the aim for this. But when is the opening day for the park?
April 29th.
April 29th, they open. So thanks for having us.
We'll see you on April 29th.
Thanks for coming in, April 29th. Again, click on their page and you'll get all the updates to their website and everything if you want to do season passes and all that stuff.
Yep,
Season passes. All right, there we go. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
Hey everyone, I'm Abby.
And I'm Tess, and we're the communications team here at Six Flags Great America. As you can see, we're in front of the Joker Free Fly Coaster, which just got its last piece of track installed. You can still hear the noise of it screaming bolts. Even though the structure is now fully in place, we still do have a ways to go, putting in the station, the cars, and the queuing system. In Yankee Harbor already sits Batman the Ride. Now we're adding the Joker Free Fly Coaster new to Yankee Harbor. This is just going to add to that rivalry, having the Joker and the Batman right next to each other.
The one thing I want them to know about Joker Free Fly Coaster is the uniqueness of the experience. It's like no other coaster anywhere in the park, anywhere in the Midwest. It flips you, it turns you, it flies you around. You feel like you're flying on the wings of an airplane, yet upside down. What an incredible experience. 120 feet, the most unique vehicles in the park, right here, right next to Batman the Ride. It's going to be Batman versus Joker all season long.
We've received so much positive feedback from all of our fans on our last Joker video, and we are so excited and can't wait to bring you guys more updates as we get ready to unleash the chaos this spring.
Are you ready for the Joker